us in the Bayou State. The Who Dat chant ringing behind us as we are ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. On the Arizona sideline, Jonathan Gannon, his third season, 8 wins last year. That was double the number the Cards had in 2023. On the other sideline, it is the head coach of the Saints. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. For the Saints, ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina, by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Now he takes off. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Quickly, a look at the key inactives in this one. Look, some big losses to begin this regular season. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Now Rattler gonna throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints, a field goal try. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Grupe's kick is good, and the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Now an opening past the 30. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Cardinals come out. They are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run.
Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st down, Cardinals.
Plant. It's Murray. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. To throw again is Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And they'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. So, Greg, here come the Saints, and the question is, where are they going, right? 9-8, they drop off last year from that record in 2023 to 5-12 in 2024. Derek Carr's retired, and I just look back and I remember the consistency of Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and now the question is, what's next?
Well, that's exactly right, and it's really what every team in the league is searching for, right, Mike? In order to have long-term sustained success, you need to have stability. Quarterback position and the head coaching spot. If you have those two boxes checked, you have a chance, and that's really been the issue in New Orleans since Sean Payton and since Drew Brees went away. So can they find it? They believe Kellen Moore is that long-term answer at the head coaching spot. Time will tell. And then they got to get the quarterback position settled down. Derek Carr is now gone. Who is that next guy? Is he the quarterback of just this year, this week, or the next decade? I'm not sure anybody right now has that answer. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing is Rattler. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll run here with Akers. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
Pretty obvious they're just trying to catch the defense off guard. Everyone's thinking third and long. That's a passing down. And we're going to sneak a run in. So give credit to this defense. They were well prepared for both run and pass, and they don't fall for it.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Greg, as the Cardinals come out here, we think about the steady progress with Jonathan Gannon from a 4-win season in his first year to 8 last year. And if there's consistency with the quarterback, maybe this is a team that can start making some noise in the NFC West.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the job Jonathan Gannon's done, it's been a slow build. This was not a quick fix. There was a lot of things that he needed to get right when he took this job a couple years ago. And one of them was just the development of Kyler Murray. Continue to build an offense that plays to his strengths and then develop and protect him in some of his weaknesses as a young quarterback. So we've seen improvement on the defensive side of the ball. That's where Gannon's made his hay as a coach. Now can they put the two together, develop this young talent, and now go compete in what's been a very good division.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
We'll try to work the screen with Connors. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. Third and long. Now it's Murray. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. He'll bring up fourth down. That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
First and 10.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Not what you want to see quarter one of week one. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the pistol, here's Akers. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Rattler. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they'll make him down just shy of the 40. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll take this into the 43-yard line. Matthew Judon there to make the play. Here's a second and 6. Rattler now back to throw. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for a Saints. First down.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 3-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. Here's first and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. And man, down the field, it's Olave. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Saints first down.
In motion is Hill.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard. From the 20, here's second and 9. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
On the coverage.
Throwing now is Rattler. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Pass interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down. In motion is Hill. Akers. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
They'll go with him again. Good blocking, and he's in. Cam Akers. Touchdown Saints.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Makes the score Saints 10, Cardinals 0.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. To return is Greg Dortch. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last-place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And, I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up, pretty remarkable. But to your point, man, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know what Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners, the Rams and Sean McVay, always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder. And those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games, you play all 3 of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart, and it's going to be fun to follow out and see who comes out on top.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it, and it's Connor. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff it on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. Maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history, a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or 2 away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Akers. And he will get into the end zone. And Akers. Touchdown Saints. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown in the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
As I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow is the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were a high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
This is a give to Connor, running right. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. There's Jonathan Gannon, the head man for the Cardinals. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slops.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
14 yards.
Throwing now from the gun. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll look to throw. That one caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 1st first catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
32-yard line.
Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Saints going to use their second timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. It's going to be third. They need 1. Back to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a help, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Throw on the run is complete. New Orleans, third and final timeout.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Murray now. First down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here comes third and 6. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. First and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
He'll run again. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go. But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Running is Akers.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 25.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a save.
Here's Akers. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Rattler. He's got his man, Peoples-Jones.
Complete to...
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Saints first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
That's good for a Saints. First down.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now Rattler going to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is what they call an angle route, and what's so hard for these linebackers is it looks like the running back is just trying to beat you to the flat. And then once you overcommit, he puts his foot down and crosses your face, and he's wide open in the middle of the field.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. In motion is Hill. Throwing is Rattler. Open is Taysom Hill. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A 3rd down. We'll try and get it on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a game of about 1. Vernon Broughton able to bring him down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
him in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Now Murray on third and long. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Moving to his left. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
The Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Rattler. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Let's try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Johnson there on the coverage.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds, just a little short. Need to pick it up on 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to put any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try to run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
On the stop.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Cardinals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Murray. That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll give himself up here, but that's a gain of 5 on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And He'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is first and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. And he'll get about 5. Here now, second down and goal. Here's Murray to throw. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you can overthink things just a little bit. You're down. You only need a couple inches, and you're telling yourself, okay, I still have this second down if I want to catch him off guard and pass. That's what they decide to do, but now they find themselves going backwards and brings up a more challenging third and goal.
To the end zone, it's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the fourth quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. Rattler now back to throw. Shaheed with the catch. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 4. They'll motion their tight end Johnson.
At the 26-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's a third down and 4.
It's now third down and 4.
Throwing now is Rattler. The rookie out of Ole Miss, Walter Nolan. The first-round pick making an instant impact. A sack here in the season opener.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight spot. They have very little room for error at this point in the game, Mike, so they have to continue to get off the field, no more points, and that sack's going to go a long way towards doing it.
This kick
Fair catch.
hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Flushed to his left. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
13 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
They go play action for Murray. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Stutzman on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones.
Murray's pass.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And it's third down.
They try and run for this with Connor. A gain there of 16 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray.
Murray's pass.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Jr. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Second down, Murray. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
Harrison Jr. It's a gain of 6.
Murray on third down. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down, Cardinals.
Murray's going to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second down at the 6-yard line.
Now Connor. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to make it?
And he will score! Game on! Kyler Murray! Touchdown, Arizona. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the street.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. To throw, it's Rattler. On the move left. Now he'll run. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
For a Saints. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Akers. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Akers. Whistles here, we have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
A loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So this one, a win for the Saints. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.